First and foremost, we want to say, call on Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahushua. That's the name of the Most High God and His only begotten Son of the world, ignorantly calls Jesus Christ.
Right.
All right, today we're going to go into a quick history lesson, and we're going to show the parallels of today through the Spirit. So let's start with Romans 15 and 4.
Bring it out.
Romans 15 and 4.
This is the book of Romans chapter 15 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Everything that's written before is written for our learning. So that's through the prophets, the history. Everything that's written is written for our learning. Let's get Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. Ecclesiastes.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 15.
Bring it out.
It says, that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and God requireth that which is past.
That's basically saying the Most High is going to repeat history. There's some things that's repeated carnally, and there's some things that are repeated through the Spirit.
Right.
So let's look at this through the Spirit. Let's look at, actually go up to Ecclesiastes 3 and 1.
Verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Jump down to 5.
Verse 5. A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing.
So what's these stones? Go to 1 Peter 2 and 5.
Bring it out.
What are these stones that's being referred to? It's a time to cast away stones, and it's a time to gather stones.
Right.
Let's see what these stones are.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
Ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God by Hamashiach Yahushua.
So we are those stones building up a spiritual temple. That's what we're doing here today through the Spirit. By building up our people, by casting down the strongholds, we're building a spiritual temple.
That's right.
And we see today, these nations, they don't like that. Go ahead. These nations don't like that. So we are those stones. We were once cast away. It was a time to cast away stones.
Right.
According to the Most High's purpose. Now it's time to gather stones. That's the time we're in. We're gathering stones, being us through the Spirit, and we're building a spiritual temple.
That's right.
It says it's a time to embrace, and it's a time to refrain from embracing. It's a time to embrace our own and refrain from embracing these other nations.
Right.
These nations, once they see that it's not all for them, now it becomes a problem. They can have exclusive things for themselves, but when you want something exclusive, it's a problem. So let's look at that in Ezra 4.
Like money. That money is exclusively for them. Like, look, they faces all over it. Right. That's exclusively for them. They take pride in that. But like he said, when we say something is ours, it's a problem.
Ezra 4 from the top.
I'm there. Look at Ezra chapter 4 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
It says, now, when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity builded the temple unto the Lord God of Israel,
they got word that we were rebuilding the temple.
Right.
This is history. The other nations got word we were rebuilding the temple. Followers.
Then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers and said unto them, let us build with you, for we seek your God as ye do. And we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Asar-Haddon, king of Assur, which brought us up hither. But Zerubbabel and Joshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our God.
Right.
Ye
have nothing to do with us to build a house unto our God.
But we ourselves together will build unto the Lord God of Israel. Right. As King Cyrus, the king of Persia, hath commanded us.
We ourselves will build our temple. We embracing ourselves. We don't need no other nations to sit beside us to try to overthrow us.
Right.
To try to creep in unawares and try to overthrow us.
Right.
Matter of fact, get that Sirach, Sirach 12. Keep going on there. There's one more verse on there.
It says, then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people of Judah and troubled them in building and hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose. And hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose. All the days of Cyrus, king of Persia, even until the reign of Darius, king of Persia.
God, read it one more time. Let's make that clear.
It says, then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people of Judah and troubled them in building and hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose.
God, so that's it. So that's what we see today. We're building the temple through the Spirit, but we got the people trying to weaken our hands and frustrate our purpose. It's counselors hired to frustrate our purpose. It's people that their entire purpose is to keep us from rebuilding the nation. They rejoice when we fail as a nation. You think they gonna let that go? You think they see the rebuilding, they see us standing up through the Spirit. You think they're gonna let that go? Because once we accomplish the building of our temple, that's the destruction of their that's their destruction of their kingdom. That's right. So let's look at this. Let's Sirach 12 and 10.
12. You want me to start 10?
The point is 12. You got 7 out of 7.
Yeah. It says, Sirach chapter 12 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith.
Hey, that's why we got these scriptures, because if we act off our emotions, y'all people, the blacks, natives, and Hispanics, are a compassionate people, but we're compassionate to the wrong people.
Right.
That's why it says it's time to embrace ourselves and prefer one another. But we quick to embrace the other nations.
Right.
But it tells us to set him not beside thee. Anything that the so-called white man infiltrates, it falls.
Right.
That's why we have these instructions. Not going off our feelings or our own understanding, but by the words of the Most High God.
Right.
And if it ain't predicated off building this temple instead of building a Black Panther movement, that's another temple, that's another house. All of these different things, the Most High will allow it to be infiltrated. Like COINTELPRO, he will allow it to happen. But this, he's not about to allow this to happen. This is going to get built, and it's going to get built exactly how the Most High wanted it to get built.
God. So, yeah, you still got the Nehemiah?
Nehemiah 4?
Yeah, Nehemiah 4. Start at the top.
The book of Nehemiah chapter 4 and verse 1.
So, hey, Ezra and Nehemiah, they were during the same time period. They both were coming from the Babylonian captivity into the Persian captivity. Go ahead.
It says, but it came to pass that when Sanballat heard that we builded the wall, he was wroth.
He was what?
He was wroth.
And took great indignation and mocked the Jews. And he spake before his brethren and the army of Samaria and said, what do these people Jews? Will they fortify themselves? Will they sacrifice? Will they make an end in day? Will they receive the stones? Salakia. Will they revive the stones out of the heaps of the rubbish which are burned? Now Tobiah the Ammonite was by him, and he said, even that which they build, if a fox go up, he shall even break down their stone wall.
So that's the mockery we see by the other nations. Keep holding that. That's the mockery we see.
Talking trash.
Like, okay, the first temple, it was in heaps and rubble. So it was laughable to even attempt to rebuild.
Right.
And that's how they look at us today. It's laughable to try to pervert this destruction after we've been destroyed. Go to Lamentations 2 and 15.
Hey, and they hide under. That's not the gospel. Or we teaching a hate doctrine, or we teaching this and we teaching that, but ultimately it's because they not included. That's what's really making them mad.
Exactly. Hold on. And when they, we gotta a culture now where you got these Christian apologists trying to run up on camps, but it's not to edify; it's to frustrate the purpose.
Yep.
And like you said, the slander that they give. Grab Psalm 64.
Bring it out.
64 and 2. They come to frustrate the purpose. So we see this in the days of old, but now we see it through the Spirit.
It's like the questions they be asking. It's like, bro, it's not gonna help nobody. You just trying to start an argument. You just like, let's talk about Cornelius. Let's talk about Cornelius. It's like, bro, can we talk about like the whole gospel and how we can make this grow?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like, bro, why are y'all sticking to certain topics like in I think it's Chronicles or in Kings where it spoke about an Egyptian. Let's talk about the Egyptian. Well, let's talk about Chronicles. Let's talk about the Samaritan woman. It's like, bro, just stop, bro. You can't base the whole Bible off of these couple of heathens. Or what's the harlot? Rahab the harlot. That's all they want to talk about.
Right.
What about Agrippa?
Yeah, what about King Agrippa? It's like, bro, come on.
That's all they got, man. All they have is certain nuances on words, or just this one. Okay, you got this broad spectrum of what we're teaching, but then they'll go over in the corner. But what about this? What about that part?
Right.
What about the entirety of the Bible that's harmonized?
Right.
They ain't got the. You know what Christianity is? You ever see like on the cartoons where you got a character trying to put on a fitted sheet on a bed? All right, he'll get this corner all nice, you know, and nice and comfy, but then the other side, it comes apart.
Yeah.
That's what Christian doctrine is. You over here in this area, you fix this up, but you got to double talk over here because you done destroyed this point over here.
Right.
That's Christianity.
Bring it out.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to get off the 64. 64. So yeah, they hire counselors to frustrate our purpose. Let's see what some of these tactics are. Start at 2.
This is the book of Psalms 64 and 2.
Bring it out.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who wet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
Even bitter words. It
Bring it
says
out.
they wet their tongue. They sharpen, wet means sharpen. They sharpen their tongue like a weapon.
Right.
Bitter words. So that's what's to be expected. It's bitter words against this movement. It's bitter words. It's going to be slander.
Right.
You got this AI technology coming, rising. Ain't no telling what slanders they going to come up with that.
Accuser of our brethren.
Exactly. Yet also Psalms 83. Let's look at that too.
Bring it out.
That's a counsel of the wicked. That's a counsel of the wicked.
Con, it's the book of Psalms chapter 83 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Like who?
Thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance.
Okay, so they accomplished that. We need that Lamentations 2 and 15. They accomplished that. So you think they gonna let it go? They see us rebuilding. You think they ain't gonna have no reason to frustrate their purpose when they rejoice at our downfall?
Right.
Now they see us rising up, standing up on our feet. You think they just gonna let this slide? Go ahead, get that.
This is the book of Lamentations 2 and 15.
Bring it out.
All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we looking forth. We have found, we have seen it.
God. So yeah, it was a time when they swallowed us up. We're still swallowed up today. We're still destroyed today, and we're attempting to rebuild, and it's laughable. They mock. They what it says. They wag their head. They hiss. They give. Matter of fact, get Psalms 86. what it says with strife.
Hey, Salaki. And they did the same thing. They did the same thing during the time of the book of Acts, where they was telling Peter and the rest of the apostles, didn't we tell y'all not to be teaching in that name? We told you, and that because that's what we was doing. We was building the temple, and they said, didn't we tell y'all not to be teaching in that name? So they always been against us building ourselves up. That's one thing that's just, and it's not like the whole point of it is scary to them when we built up.
Right.
It's scary, and they don't know how to deal with it, so they have to keep us down. They have to keep us in this state, because if not, they know for a fact we're gonna rule everything.
That's right.
They won't even let us go back in, like, they won't even let us go back to Africa, man, because they know what's gonna happen. For the most part, we're gonna build a whole kingdom over there, and a lot of they people gonna come with us. Straight up.
God. So yeah, like I said, we're so destroyed. We're the stones that's in the heaps, in the rubbish right now.
Right.
Hey, but we're rebuilding. They see it, and they have a problem.
What it say? When they stood upon their feet, fear.
Great fear fell upon the nations.
All right.
So, what you was go back to Nehemiah. Yeah, get that.
Book of Psalms 8, chapter 80, verse 6.
Bring it out.
It says, Thou makest us a strife unto our neighbors, and our enemies laugh among themselves.
Our enemies laugh among themselves, and that's included with this. What it say? We was kangs and shit. That's them laughing among themselves.
Black people like watermelon.
Yeah.
Grape
Yeah,
juice.
black people invented that. They invented that too. We actually did though. Look, I saw a comment that said, "You guys can't be the Egyptians and the original natives and the Israelites." But that's hypocrisy, because we're saying it, but y'all actually sit in the place of all those people.
Hey.
Right now, you got the $5 Indians.
Right.
You got the Egyptomania, when,
Right.
during the time of the Maccabees.
Right.
When y'all don't just say it, y'all kill the people in the land and just assume their identity.
Right.
In every single movie and TV show, like the new TV show King David, these are Edomites.
Right.
All the movies, even Jesus Christ, they are all Edomites. Like, bro, so y'all the Egyptians,
Yeah,
y'all the Israelites,
right.
y'all the Assyrians, y'all. Come on, bro, how are y'all all of them?
Everybody but the Edomites. Oh, well, that's the Arabs. Well, that's the Arabs.
Exactly.
Not Edom. Don't nobody want to be Edom.
Esau the Arabian.
Right.
All right, so let's get you back, Eli. All right, let's start at the top again. Get context.
It's the book of Nehemiah chapter 4 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
But it came to pass that when Sanballat heard that we builded the wall, he was wroth and took great indignation and mocked the Jews. And
He was wroth. All right, how are we building the walls today? Grab Revelation 12. Read verse 1.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Revelation 12 and 1.
Bring it out.
And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
So we know this woman represents the 12 tribes of Israel. Go to the last verse.
It says in Revelation 12 in verse 17,
Bring it out.
and the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God, and have the testimony of Jesus Christ.
That's interesting. This dragon, who you would call Satan, but we know is the white man. That dragon is going to the revised Roman Empire. This same dragon is wroth at the people that keep the commandments of God. Why does this dragon only have a problem with the people that keep the commandments of God? That's something you need to ask your pastor. But that's how we rebuild it.
Hey, and that goes in that Psalms 83. That's why it said in Psalms 83. That's why I said in Psalms 83, the chief house of Edom, and then it mentioned all the rest of the nations, because this is Esau's counsel, bro. We got to stop these people from flourishing. When they flourish, I'm going down.
Yeah.
But y'all going down with us. So what we gonna do?
Let's look at Amos 9 and 11.
The tabernacle of David.
Right. So read that tabernacle, the tabernacle of David. Go ahead.
This is the book of Amos 9 and 11.
Bring it up.
In that day will I rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it, and I will build it as in the days of old.
That's what's going on today. We rebuilding as in the days of old. It says we rebuilding the breaches, but what caused the breach? How are we rebuilding? We were building by teaching the laws, statutes, commandments.
That's right.
What caused the breach? Let's go to Isaiah 30 and start at 12.
I got a precept for that too. Go ahead. In a second.
Isaiah 30 and 12.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
Wherefore, this said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despised this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, though whose breaking comes suddenly at an instant.
So that's what caused the breach, iniquity. How are we going to restore it as in the days of old? The opposite of iniquity. Obedience, keeping the law, statutes, commandments. It's simple.
That's right.
Very simple. Let's go back to Nehemiah.
Hey, can we read that Amos one more time?
Here we go.
The book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 11.
Bring it out.
In that day will I rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
So when you read about the ancient, the tabernacle of David, you see how King David, he was speaking about beating the nations to powder. They understand what consists of rebuilding the tabernacle of David, because he had the heathen in subjection. We were talking about it a couple camps ago, how King David, he was having fun with the nations. He was putting them in lines, and he'd be like, all right, kill him, then kill him, leave them alive, and then kill all of them. He was playing games with them, and they understand. Scholars, they understand this. So they try to skip over scriptures like Amos 9 and 11. You don't never hear them talk about building the tabernacle of David. They always want to talk about building through Paul's letters.
Right.
Right, I got a precept. This is Psalms 18 and 40.
Bring it out.
It says, thou hast also given me the necks. This is King David. Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me, which is these nations. It said that's why they was making jokes about the temple, and that's why they was trying to frustrate them. It says they cried, but none, Salakia, but there was none to save them, even unto the Lord, but he answered them not. Then did I beat them small as the dust. Before the wind, I did cast them out as dirt in the streets. This is what the tabernacle of David being rebuilt consists of.
God.
Us taking rulership, like Yahushua said. In Revelations 2 and 26, he says, he that overcometh will I give power over the nations, and he's going to beat them. He said he's going to break them with a rod of iron.
Right.
Same thing. Yahushua Mashiach is going to be leading in that tabernacle of David. Go ahead.
You'll never hear that read by a Christian. That's when they scroll through. They say da 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 da.
Yeah.
That's what they highlighted with a black highlighter. All right, let's go back to Nehemiah.
Black sharp.
From the top.
Con, it's the book of Nehemiah chapter 4 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
But it came to pass that when Sanballat heard that we builded the wall, he was wroth and took great indignation and mocked the Jews.
Yep.
And he spake before his brethren and the army of Samaria and said, what do these feeble Jews? And will they fortify themselves? Will they sacrifice? Will they make an end in a day? Will they revive the stones of the heaps of the rubbish which are burned?
That's exactly what we're doing, and they take great indignation and mockery. What are they doing? Standing on the corner yelling. But we yelling, to Isaiah 58:1. We're showing Jacob his sins. That's why we're crying aloud. We don't come out here We don't come out here, they say, what, you come out here to yell at white people. No, white people bring their nosy ass over here and they get their jump.
Right.
We really trying to talk to our people.
Bring it out.
So, drop down to 17.
17. It says, verse 17.
Bring it out.
It says, they which build it on the wall, and they that bear burdens with those that laid it, everyone with one of his hands wrought in the work, and with the other held a weapon.
You see what we got to do?
Yeah.
While we're building, we have to defend at the same time. That's exactly what's going on today. We have to defend, we have to block the slanders. This is what we have to do.
Hey, even worse so today, though, bro. Right. All the Jim Crow, Willie Lynch, all that, bro. We really have to defend and protect ourselves, and then they wondering why we like, no, we don't want y'all to be. Look what y'all just did to us. We don't want y'all to be a part of this. All praise to the Most High. That's actually the truth. Because I'm telling you, it would be hard for me to accept white people after what they did to us. It would just be hard. So all praise to the Most High, man.
That's right. So that's we have to defend. We have to defend against slanders while we build. And you know they got a problem. Get what did I want? No, we don't need to.
It's the book of Esther, chapter 3 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus,
Ahasuerus. Yes, sir.
there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people. Neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed.
Hey, and that's not the only time that was written. You got it in Maccabees where they said that. You got in the early church fathers. Remember Malachi Marcion?
Yeah.
Marcionism. They said we had barbaric laws. They was always trying to make it seem like we was doing something wrong so they can come after us. Like our laws are barbaric.
Right.
So the people would be against us.
So you think that ain't going to apply? We saw at least 2 witnesses where the nation see the rebuilding and they have great indignation. You think that ain't going to apply today to the final building of the spiritual temple?
That's right.
Definitely applies. That's why we have to defend. That's why you go.
Now, what?
You got these Christian apologists while we're trying to edify and rebuild the breaches. Because I've seen several videos where we're trying to edify our people, and then they come out the blue, not to edify, but just to frustrate the purpose. There's no, cause confusion. There's no edification in what they're doing. At least like when Israelites pull up, it's to edify the people. You're just coming to frustrate. There's no profit, and there's nothing that comes from yelling back and forth.
I don't want to argue, guys.
Right.
We don't want to. Nigga, we just pulling up. We trying to dialogue, but when y'all pull up, it's cool.
That's right.
Come on, bro. Hey, I seen a dude. He said, I forgot what his name was, but he was on TikTok. He said, if I see any Hebrew Israelite camp, I'm pulling up. I don't care. Like, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, stop, bro. Y'all not going that hard, bro. Y'all pulling up on who y'all want to pull up. Y'all got certain points that y'all move that y'all make that other brothers can't fight against because they not really studied in it. But at the end of the day, bro, y'all really not doing nothing. Not doing nothing but helping people on why they should lead a church.
Right.
Precept. It's Obadiah 1 verse 5.
Yeah.
It says, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they have not leave some grapes? So Esau is the type of person that when he steals or when he robs, he's taking everything. And he's burning down the house. Right? So how much, of course they're gonna mock when they destroy the black men. They didn't just destroy the black men and leave some virtue in there and leave that. No, they tried their absolute hardest to destroy us. That's why they mocking the destruction. We look at our people all struck down on drugs and everything. They're mocking us because they don't think that we can come back from the ashes, man. When you really think about it, the Most High God really took us from nothing and raised us back into the law, statute, commandments.
That's right. Only a drop on.
Yes, sir. Yeah, go back to Romans 15:4.
And it's actually like a souvenir for them, for us to be at the bottom. Like, we destroyed the greatest people on earth. We did. This is our work. So it's a souvenir for them.
They rejoice. And also they know they got to get in order, like all this sexual immorality, the clean foods. You think Moabites, you think Chinese people want to follow the dietary law?
Live snails. And that you put steroids in to make them bigger so that you can have a more meaty taste to them.
Right.
Like, bro, what?
It's like they find laws just to break them. They are contrary to the book.
I think the reason why Moab and them do that because they incest babies. That just makes sense. You know, incest babies, they do weird stuff like that.
Who the hell want to eat a centipede? I saw one sauteing centipedes like with peppers.
I seen a snail. This thing was like this big. I'm talking about shit. I just hell no.
Bro, speaking on Moab, bro. Speaking on Chinese people, I seen like a video on YouTube where it was like 4 Chinese guys. They had bags full of dogs, dead dogs.
I seen it.
And they like was talking in their language like they happy, bro. And they finna eat at a buffet or something, bro.
Like they just got the back in. Like the back just touched down. That's how they was acting.
And you know what? That's how the nations are going to be blessed, because when we rule with a rod of iron, hey, the dogs will be safe.
That's right.
The dogs will be safe. The children will be safe. Because they're protected by the law. That was that unrighteous decrees. You got people out in the land of Israel, that what they just caught. I forgot his name, but they just caught one. He got multiple files on his computer. He got caught, and it's not broadcast on the media because they control the media.
So they not worried about getting caught.
So they got immunity. It's people PDF files that leave this country and go over there because it's so lax. You can do it freely over there. It says it in those scriptures.
I was about to say that.
It says it in their book.
I think 9 years old is the age.
Three.
Oh, 30.
God.
Tell me I'm lying.
I read it. I seen it.
The most wicked people. Hey, you got the wicked of the wicked, the cream of the crop. Amalek. Those people over there in the land that's trying the land underfoot right now, killing all the Palestinian babies.
Oh.
Starving them out.
And no one is saying that. Shooting buildings. They shooting in it was one. Yeah, shooting hospitals. It was one where I saw it was a Israeli soldier talking about how they would wait at this building where women and children were going to get food. They would wait there and shoot them while they're in line.
Wow.
Somebody, that's what they're doing over there, but it's not on the it's not in the media. And it's not counting evil. They justify it by calling them Amalek. If you look at the scriptures of Amalek, it says, never forget, you know, what they did. We're going to cast, what it says, wait there and shoot them while they're in line.
Wow.
Somebody, that's what they're doing over there, but it's not on the it's not in the media. And it's not counting evil. They justify it by calling them Amalek. If you look at the scriptures of Amalek, it says, never forget, you know, what they did. We're going to cast, what it says, let's get that law. This is a law, and it hasn't been fulfilled yet. But they use that to justify it. They're calling the Palestinians Amalek when they're Amalek. They said you shouldn't be ashamed to hate them when you see them walk by. But they're referring to themselves.
This the book. This the book of Deuteronomy 25:17.
Bring it out.
Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt. How he met thee by the way and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast and faint and weary and be feared, and he feared not God. Therefore it should be when the Lord thy God has given thee rest from all thine enemies round about in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, thou shalt not forget it.
We are commanded to blot out Amalek, and we haven't done that yet. So that's to come.
Right.
We are commanded to go ahead and blot out Amalek.
But what they'll do is they'll try to go a couple of chapters before that where it says, thou shalt not abhor and eat them. Right. Like, bro, there's obviously a misunderstanding with us or you. And we know, like the woman says, it ain't me. She said, it ain't me.
Hey, but just like they, it said they targeted the feeble and weak among us. They do that today through the Spirit.
Right.
Just like we was talking to the hood store owner over there. Everybody in the comments got compassion on this man,
Right.
saying you need to hold yourselves accountable. That's what we do every time we come out here.
Right.
But he brought his nosy ass over there
Right.
and got his judgment.
Right. She didn't like it.
Ain't nobody coming out here to talk to these heathens.
Right.
If you come, you'll get your judgment.
That's right.
But we out here to rebuild the spiritual temple. We're here to close the breaches by building our people up and giving them the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's
what we're out here to do.
Hey, but it's even harder nowadays because you got Jason-spirited Israelites that's helping throw down what we trying to build up. Like the ones that was in the comment section, like, bro, no matter what we saying, y'all should be on our side. Nigga, we trying to help y'all being, like, bro, don't forget what they did to us, bro. But Jake always want to forget that and always want to jump down Jake's throat because he ain't talking to the heathen the way they supposed to. Like, bro, get out of here with this shit.
Right, and the reason I was going into that because, okay, they target the feeble and weak among our people. They're doing that today through the Spirit.
Right.
By what the Ishmaelite or Elamite, whatever he was, what he was selling, the stuff he sells in his store, that's for the feeble and weak of our people. Drugs are for the feeble and weak of our people. We're building ourselves up to overcome the things that they give to us. That's our whole purpose. But they're going to be held accountable too. We can't hold them accountable. Everyone had compassion on this man. Say, oh, you're going to get his store shut down. It needs to be shut down.
That's right.
He talked about all the problems that he has with these people in the store. Well, then leave. Well, you can't because it's set up like that. That's the whole reason you're here, to prey on the Israelites.
That's right.
They can't go. They can't set up in a white neighborhood and do the shit they do in our neighborhoods. They know that. That's why they're there.
Bro, you know what'll happen? Bro, these white people will get a petition going, and that hood store will be immediately closed down, bro. The rich people in those neighborhoods, bro, they'll really make moves. They're called the most notable people they know, and that hood store will be gone in a couple months, man. For sure.
Right.
Exactly. You had a point?
Just a quick point, admin. Them store owners that set up stores in the hood where Jake lived, they be treating Jake like trash. Over there on 6-1 at least.
Yeah.
They be treating Jake like trash. Jake the one paying your bills out here.
That's right.
Bro, they won't let you slide with 3 cents. I done been through that before. It's like, damn, bro, it's just 3 cents. Get the fuck out my store then. They'll talk to you like that.
And they all got that back room with the TV in it that they target our young women.
Yeah. Right.
They all got it. Any town, small or great, they got that back room with the TV, and they targeting our women.
Right.
You're the problem in the community. If it's so many problems caused by these people that you're out, just leave. Set up shop somewhere else. But they can't and they won't.
Bro, they have to be the problem. Y'all got more power than the people that's coming to your store, bro. You have the power to be like, we're not selling crack pipes in there.
Right.
You got that power, nigga, so you're the problem.
Exactly.
Can't buy something that I don't got.
He said, well, I can't sell, like, you can sell others, like, sell chips and pop, man.
Hey, they introduced crack to the Jake community. Then they say, well, they shouldn't have used it. Are you serious? That's the logic of you people in the comments. And they was in the comments hating on this, talking about it's not the store owner's fault. Look, bro, he's a humongous part of the problem. This is a strategic oppression. Just like when they put the crack in the neighborhoods. You put the crack in the neighborhoods because you knew people was gonna use it. That's just how it goes. Same thing with any drug they release. It's for people to use. That's why they make it highly addictive, and so on and so forth. It's a plan. But people are completely ignore that and say, well, they shouldn't have took the drug.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy.
White people do crack too. It's like, nigga, Esau even know they're gonna have a couple of casualties creating the compounds to this drug and putting it in the neighborhood, man. They got a documentary on Netflix right now, and it's called Crack.
Bring it out.
Watch that documentary. The white man admitting that he's the forefront of the crack. He's admitted. They having conversation. It's not a movie, it's a documentary. And they showing the suffering and bro, they will give you 20 years for a piece of rock, bro. 20 whole years. It was all a setup. Pregnant women going in there, pregnant women going to jail while they pregnant. They on crack while they pregnant, bro. There was no source of help at all in that time frame, man. Jail was their only help.
That's crazy.
And that goes back to the crafty counsel.
Yep.
You got Esau, he put the dope in the hood. It's documented. It's a documentary.
Yep.
He put the dope in the hood, and then you got the hood store with Ishmael and Elam, and they sell everything you need to process everything. You got your scales, your pipes. You got, and that's crafty counsel. They can sell you something that's not illegal for them to sell, but it's illegal for you to have it.
Yeah.
You get the residue on the scale, now you got a case. That's crafty counsel.
Hey, I think they even got the Pyrex in there.
They got the Pyrex?
Bro, they got it all. And look who's, we on 6-1 all the time. Look who riding up and down the street waiting for them niggas to pull out.
Yep.
Right.
They'll wait and catch them around the corner,
Yep.
but they waiting on them.
And we witnessed it.
Yeah.
We witnessed that with the brother,
young
yeah. So look, this is what they say to Jeremiah 50 and 7.
Bring it out.
Jeremiah 50 and 7.
Bring it out.
All that found them have devoured them, and their adversary said, we offend not.
They said, we offend not. It's not my problem. That's what he said.
Because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers.
That's the point.
But yeah, they said, we offend not. It's not my problem. You shouldn't have did it. You shouldn't have took it. You shouldn't have took the dope that I put in, that I set out there in the alley. You shouldn't have took the guns and shot your neighbor, your brother.
Get out.
You shouldn't have did that.
That's crazy.
Actually, it's vantage points. It's vantage points. Get Isaiah 42 and 22. It's vantage points to it, and that's the point. They're targeting the feeble and weak of our people. So it's stuff that we do have to be weary of and privy of. It's stuff that we do, but we can't deny the fact that we're targeted and there's snares set out. We can't deny that fact.
We gotta be held accountable to a certain extent too.
Right.
That's why we out here. We're not going against that, like they was trying to make it seem in the comment section. But like, nigga, it's a strategy to get our people to do these drugs, man.
And they don't. What you got?
The book of Isaiah, chapter 42, and verse 22.
Bring it out.
But this is a people
Robbed and spoiled.
We're robbed and spoiled. Go ahead.
They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none deliver it.
Yep.
For a spoil, and none said restore.
So we can't deny the fact that there are snares and traps set in place for our people.
Right.
Just like the one just stated with the scales and the residue of the dope. That's a snare. That's a trap. So that we got that vantage point. Okay, they put these snares out here, but we do hold ourselves accountable. Like we said, the whole reason we out here to rebuild the breaches.
Right.
Let's go. How did they get in those prison houses? Even though the Most High used these people as a catalyst for these things to happen. Go to the next verse.
Verse 23. Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord?
Did not the Lord?
Right.
So we know ultimately the Lord, he has his hand, and it's like he uses people, to do these things, but we can't deny the fact that these other people got a part in it too.
Right.
So we are holding ourselves accountable. And that's the whole reason we're here to rebuild, but these other nations frustrate the purpose. Christian doctrine tells you to stay away from the solution that we're trying to put out there.
Right. Like, bro, we the only ones that's like, bro, you can't come in here smoking crack, bro. Right. You're not about to come around us doing that. You about to put away all those drugs. So we are holding our people accountable. And we trying to hold you accountable for yourself. You keep this shit going. Like needles. They got in New Jersey, they got a meth station in New Jersey where you can go in there and freely shoot up meth. And they say it's better for them to come in there and use our needles than to use the needles on the streets. What are you talking about?
A safe place.
Yeah.
Hey, for our people, the safe place was jail. That was the safe place. Get Romans 15 and 4.
Hey, Canada has a cocaine dispensary in Canada. So like, bro, y'all the problem, bro. A cocaine dispensary in Canada.
This is the book of Romans 15 and 4.
Bring it out.
For whatsoever things were written
Written
aforetime were written for our learning.
Our what?
Were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
So the scriptures give us hope, and that's what they're trying to take away. Hope, aka faith. They frustrate the purpose, and they trying to take away our faith by saying, these breakdown. Oh, that's not what that means. Or what's the new one that's? We got to do a whole breakdown on that because they trying to say Isaiah 14 was fulfilled in Ezra 2. Isaiah 14 and 1 was not fulfilled in Ezra 2. I think we gonna look at that, then we'll get out of here because hey, man, it's very stupid.
Bring it out.
It's very, let's look at let's go to Isaiah 14 because that's all they have. They have to work, like I said, they only got certain nuances of words. Some try to wait to twist this scripture.
Hey, it's Cap.
Good.
Start to talk.
Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah 14 and 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
Hey, this is a prophecy that has not been fulfilled, and there's nowhere where you can find it, but they try to twist certain scriptures. When they say, oh, you're cherry picking, this is exactly what they're doing when they go to Ezra 2. Go to Ezra 2, and I think it's around 65, I think. This is Ezra 2. Matter of fact, let's go to the top first. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Ezra, chapter 2 and 1. Now therefore are the children of the province that went up out of the captivity of those which had been carried away, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away unto Babylon, and came again unto Jerusalem and Judah, every one unto his city.
So this is a list of Israelites coming from the Babylonian captivity. So you got a list, and then you go to 65, down to 65, it's a summary. It's a summary of this list. So you got those that came out of Babylonian captivity, and we also had servants and handmaids. But who were these servants and handmaids? Go to 65, let's look at this.
Right.
In the book of Ezra 2 and 65.
Bring it out.
Beside their servants and their maids, of whom there were 7,337. And there were among them 200 singing men and singing women.
So you got a list of all these people that came from this captivity, and then you got a summary. So this summarized the servants that were with them. Let's see who these servants were. I think it's 63. It's 55.
Yes, sir. It says, this is Ezra 2 and 55. The children of Solomon's servants, the children of Satiah, the children of Sophra, the children of Peruda.
So that was the list. That was the children of Solomon's servants.
Right.
That's servants we had since the time of Solomon.
Right.
They were passed down. That's the servants and maids in Ezra 2.
Right.
Not us ruling over our oppressors. Where's the Babylonian that we're ruling over in Ezra 2?
Right.
It's not there.
Right.
How are we ruling over our oppressors if we have to get permission to rebuild the temple?
Right.
That's not ruling over your oppressors.
Right.
Also, it's going into southern kingdom coming from the Babylonian captivity. Isaiah 14 is going into all Israel.
Right. Bring it out.
It's not fulfilled. And that's all they have is certain, like I said, certain nuances on words. They're trying to twist and cherry pick certain scriptures. Let's go to Nehemiah 9. This same time period. Nehemiah 9. And let's see if we were ruling over our oppressors during this period.
Right.
Nehemiah 9, I think it's 25. Got it.
I got you, King. This is the book of Nehemiah 9 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
Oh, no, my bad. Oh, 8.
Go all the way to the bottom. Okay, Nehemiah 9 and let's you get 36.
This is the book of Nehemiah 9 and 36.
Bring it out.
Behold, we are servants this day, and for the land that thou gavest unto our fathers to eat the fruit thereof and the good thereof, behold, we are servants in it.
We are servants in it. We went back to the land. They always say, oh, they went back to the land and rebuilt the temple. Oh, they're free now. No, we're servants in the land.
Right.
Keep going.
And it yielded much increase unto the kings whom thou hast set over us because of our sins. Also they have dominion over our bodies and over our cattle at their pleasure, and we are in great distress.
So we're in the land and kings still have dominion over our bodies. That is not ruling over our oppressors.
Right.
Isaiah 14 is not fulfilled in Ezra 2.
That's
And
right.
with that, we'll say, Call Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahushua, Shalom Abakatan.